Everybody, it's Victus. Time another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. I hope you all had a fantastic Thursday. Of course, coming off of a very nice run yesterday. Thank you so much for the support. Going into the early weekend. Let's keep it going. Here's your artwork of the day, street art of the day. It's hard to tell based on the picture, but this one was sent in by Alan Raccoon. The title of the thread was She Loves You. And in the thread, they said, I was walking around Valencia in Spain and found a familiar face on the wall on a street. It's probably not Binding of Isaac related, but the resemblance is uncanny. It's close. I will have to say that. If it was really her, though, if it was really the one, she would have much less legs. So I'm inclined to say that it's not our girl, but it could be. The uncanny resemblance definitely wants to give it away, for sure. Thank you very much for sharing that. Also, shout out to Valencia, Spain. That sounds like a very fun place to be, especially if they've got Isaac art everywhere. Seed day is going to be Delta X-Ray, Golf 7, Tango Sierra, Quebec Foxtrot. Well, we got 4.5 volt in the poop, so yeah. I mean, they do technically start off with a synergy here with the 4.5 volt charging the spacebar item every time we deal damage in a room. But let's not get it twisted. I don't think that it's going to really matter too much for the poop. The poop also just auto recharges anyway, so the single charge items are not affected by 4.5 volt. But obviously others are. It's also Curse the Maze as well. And yeah, 4.5 volt does have a very, very, very high ceiling of value though. Being able to reuse your spacebar items over and over again, especially if you have a high damage build, you could have Mega or even Mega Mush just recharge itself over and over again. It's not totally perpetual with those excuse me, with those big 12 charge items, but it's close. However, 6 charge items, and even if you want to go so far as to say 3 charge items, those are also very, very good. Crack the Sky is definitely the one that comes to mind. We also have Liberty Cap. I was wondering where the God's Flesh tears are coming from. Almost caught me slacking there. So we're really going to be hoping for here, other than the usual, obviously we need, our movement speed's okay, our tears rate is actually okay, our damage is low, our shot speed's very low. I would say overall, for now, we just want to get some damage. Damage obviously is going to be one of the most important stats in the entire game, as you all know, but it's even doubly important here because we have an item that is based off of our ability to deal damage, and the more damage we deal, the better it is. And that item, of course, would be 4.5 volt. Now, we also have a library here, and this library is very, very, very interesting because if we end up getting something like the Book of Shadows or even a Soul Heart Generator, we could be in Vermoon territory here. I am going to take Inner Eye. We do not have a key yet, but we might be able to bomb our way in there. No. There's a key there, and there's not one available in here. We can buy a bomb and possibly get it. Yeah, I don't know. If we buy this bomb here, we can take this bomb and do this. And then that opens up the other bomb, which also leaves us one more bomb to take for the Tinted Rock. I have to do this very precisely here. There we go. Bueno. It is going to kill our movement speed, but obviously gives us a nice tears up with us having Inner Eye, and of course the damage up as well from Small Rock is acceptable. And wow, okay. So I do not, man. Screw it, dude. Screw it. We've got the Satanic Bible. We've got 4.5 volt. I don't like this play because, again, the Satanic Bible really limits your ability to gain any stat ups. You're at totally the mercy of one and only one stat or item pool. And that one, of course, is, oh, there's a key right here. That one, of course, is Devil Deals. So all of our boss items that drop will now be Devil Deal items and cost HP, unless, of course, we get a first floor Horseman, which in that case, we won't be taking anything because I am not paying in any universe 1 HP for a crappy old orbital. Now, if this weren't Repentance Plus, and we were in the good old days of Afterbirth, then maybe, but yeah, no thank you. Going to last week's question of the episode, coming in from Nightmare King 95, who said, question of the episode, I was so excited that I shouted for the first time, waking up my partner in the process after I beat Beast. Do you remember how it felt the first time you defeated Beast as well as other big bosses in the game? I was absolutely floored by the design of Beast and the music and everything. Matthias did a great job. Still don't know if it's a For Whom the Bells Toll reference or not by Metallica, because the riffs are, at least the chord progressions are very common amongst each other, amongst those two songs. But the first time that I beat Beast and watched the ending, it was eye-opening. It completely changed how you thought about Isaac in terms of lore, in terms of everything. So I would say that it was one of the most standout achievements is to beat Beast for the first time ever. It's not an easy fight for sure. I may make it look easy, but it's not. It is not an easy fight, especially if you're going through progression, trying to get unlocks, going up with subpar builds, and you just want to get them over with. It can be a nightmare. But it is a very, very good challenge, and I think that is definitely something that people should be practicing on as well. We get Libra, which is huge for Inner Eye and any other type of multi-shot that we're going to be getting. And we'll take the treasure map, of course. Going to give us some mapping. And we might as well buy the full charge here just because. So Libra is going to give us the ability to have all of our stats being balanced amongst themselves with any stat up. So now every single stat up we get is going to be an all stats upgrade. Any stat down that we get is going to be an all stats downgrade. A nice little benefit of having Libra, though, is that if you are desperate to take pills and you get a bad pill, the effects of the negative pills are greatly diminished. Because it distributes those negative stats, those stat losses, amongst all your stats. So that can be very beneficial. And it's certainly good for this week because obviously we're going to be taking pills, taking blind items, all that kind of stuff. Except for blind devil deal items. Talked about that yesterday. Always at the last second, man. Always at the last possible second. Get an angel. Oh, that's right. We have Book of Virtue. And we get Holy Mantle. Holy Mantle is going to give us a free hit per room, which is very strong. Obviously, one of the best defensive items, if not the best defensive item in the game. That's really debatable. Now, I personally wouldn't say that it's the best, but it is in the top 3, probably. Best defensive items in the game. I think the ultimate best item, and it's hard... Ooh, wow, we get Vanishing Twin. I think it's hard to argue with this one, but you definitely could make a case if you wanted to, is the Wafer. I think that the Wafer is, bar none, hands down, the best, absolute best, #1, triple S tier defensive item in the entire game. It doubles your HP. That's all you need to know. Holy Mantle's great. Don't get me wrong, of course. Holy Mantle is fantastic. But nothing in the game can extend your survivability as much as the Wafer can. And the benefits don't stop at just simply having all the damage. It also, of course, helps you out with late-game Devil Deals, or late-game Demon Judgments, not Devil Deals. Late-game Demon Judgments, late-game Temperance Machines, if you need to play them. Obviously, the biggest one is going to be getting pretty much guaranteed full taps around on the Sacrum Shuffle. So the benefits are many. Then Holy Mantle obviously has got to be up there for defensive items. If you're good at using Divine Intervention, it can be very good, but it's obviously a little bit unwieldy to use properly. Same thing goes for Telekinesis. Telekinesis obviously is absolute defense, but it does require you to be in the right position. Also, sometimes it will drop when you're not ready for it, and you don't want to get an over-reliance on those kind of items. Just like Circle Protection. I don't like Circle Protection because it may make you think that it's going to block every single shot, and it doesn't. Trinity Shield is definitely worth a mention, I would say. You can argue Sack Dagger, I guess. as far as offensive defensive items are concerned. And then obviously the big category of effects that we're not talking about is of course the shield effects. Virgo, like Book of Shadows, like Sigil of Baphomet. All those shield effects, I believe, they're kind of grouped together in the same vein, but not quite. Obviously, they're defensive, but they're so good at doing what they do that they kind of get the category of all their own. I think best shielded items. So now I didn't really want to use Satanic Bible here again. With us having Vanishing Twin, we should try to capitalize on the double boss drops here. But I think that we're probably good on Satanic Bible for the rest of this run. This would be the last floor that I use it anyway. Unless we absolutely need it. We're going to go for Humbling Bundle here. Just because. Do that. Humbling Bundle. Okay. So, unless if we need the Satanic Bible, I'm good. Good with it. Vanishing Twin, by the way, is going to spawn a second inferior version of whatever boss you're fighting. And yes, it does cause them to drop a second boss item, as you just saw right there. Contract from below. I will take Succubus as well, so we have the Succubus Aura, which is going to help us out with Libra a little bit. We'll head on down. Just going to check this over here real quick. Another nice thing about the Holy Mantle is that we get to go into curse rooms for free. And look at this, we get Black Candle. So no more curses. Haven't seen a pill yet. Gotta say, it's unsurprising because the game knows that we have Libra and we would be looking for pills, so... Of course, the game will not try to help us. No. Let's not get it twisted. Holy Mantle doing its job, keeping us safe, mitigating that first shot. If you want to reset the Holy Mantle, just walk out, walk back in. We get an all stats up here thanks to the wire coat hanger, which is greatly appreciated. And we get the D1 Hizzle, which I'm not going to take. We did have some good re-rolls with the D100 earlier this week on Monday. Is that Monday's run? But far and away, I don't think that the D100 is the best dice item. It can be clutch in a bind, but I don't think that it is worthy of... honestly, I don't even think it's in the top 3 for dice rooms. I think number 1, far and away number 1, is the D-Infinity. Now, you probably expected me to say the D6. And that's true. The D6 is up there. But the D-Infinity gives you all the dice. And it also maintains the regular cooldowns for them as well. So you just have all the options. They're wide open for you. If we're not including the D-Infinity, we just want to rate the dice based on their effects and how I overall feel. Then I will say that the best dice is the D6. The D6 is just that good. So I go D6, and then the second best dice, honestly, just because of how huge it can be for your run at any given moment. It can be streak saving, it can be run saving, is the D4. It can also be run ending. But the D4 is extremely, extremely good at totally changing your run and the trajectory of your possible win or loss. Not used to the new Red Champion Mega Fatty tiers yet. You can clearly see. The movement speed upgrade. This is going to be an all stats up for us thanks to Libra. Range upgrade is not going to do anything. It's passive. And yeah, we'll take Stigmata. And not worried about the spikes there. Stigmata is really, really strong. Obviously gives you the HP upgrade, but on top of that, it gives you a nice damage upgrade. Overall, it's just a solid item. And also gave us an opportunity to play this Demon Judgment, so whenever we do get a red heart, we can walk back freely knowing that we don't have to worry about the Curse Room charge. I'm gonna drop this Curse of the Lost pill. Not gonna lie, Petrified Poop hasn't really had a chance to shine today. And the Satanic Bible has definitely overstayed its welcome here. Not that it's doing anything bad, of course, except, you know, penalizing us for boss items. And that's, again, the main reason why I dislike the Satanic Bible's new effect. I guess it's not new anymore, but you get the point. And things are just better left alone. Better off left alone. Not sure why we need to add more intricate effects to things or give them secondary abilities. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the Satanic Bible. Just giving you a black soul heart and that's it. That's it. It didn't even have to increase the devil deal. I don't know why all of a sudden it made it to where it gives you guaranteed devil deals. On first glance, obviously it seems like, oh man, guaranteed devil deal items. How could this be bad? Well, kind of seeing it right now. I will take Blue Candle over the Satanic Bible. Again, nothing wrong with Satanic Bible. It does its job. It just replaces your boss items. And that's not what we want right now. Especially in a run with Libra, we can absolutely convert all those range upgrades, movement speed upgrades to all stats up to help us better ourselves in this run. Now, what I'll probably do is I'll probably end up just saving the Satanic Bible anyway, in place of the scissors, because scissors are just they're fine, but if we got in trouble with HP, at least having the Satanic Bible would allow us. Whoa, okay, thank you, Vanishing Twin. Let's try to go up there and put down a bomb. Okay. I don't know why we're getting all these champion bosses all of a sudden, but that was trash right there. Super Secret Room should be here. Talking about high percentage walls. There's no arrows in there to point out, but if you see that wall right there, you know that it's gonna. Then you're looking for the Super Secret Room, you know it's gonna be there. So we can go back and grab the Satanic Bible, and we can just undo a majority of that damage pretty quickly. So I'm making decent time for boss rush here. This would be what, the third day in a row that we made boss rush? It doesn't happen very often. Did not watch any of the gaming shows from this past week. I've been all out of conventions and caring about the big advertising campaigns of pretty much every single gaming company. I definitely don't want to hear about all these great features, and I don't want to see all this stuff that I can't play. I want to play the game, and not in 4 or 5 years down the road time. I want to play it now. It's one of those moments where it's kind of akin to wake me up when it's ready, right? But I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm certainly not going to hold my breath over it. And that has to do with a lot of modern game releases these days. There's usually a tinted rock in here, but there is not this time. That works. Coupon works too. So the coupon will give us a half-price item and also, of course, give us a free devil deal. And take the Fool card here so we can get out of boss rush. You're seeing kind of how neutered our stats are right now because we weren't getting those early boss item drops in the game, and that has stunted our power curve quite a bit. Despite having Libra, we aren't gaining stats here, not yet anyway. The Purity, which is going to give us a guaranteed all stats up as long as we don't get hit. And certainly Holy Mantle is going to assist in that. We get, I mean, Black Lipstick's fine. Petrified Poop is not really going to get a chance to thrive anymore here. We are going to get the full charge there, which is what I was trying to get without taking too many hits. Satanic Bible will help us get back the Soul Heart. But you're seeing how long it's taking us to even damage Blue Mom right now. And we're going to take Polaroid, but if we get the wafer or something like that, then yeah, oh man, wow, okay. So SMB Superfan's a huge all stats up for us. Pisces is also a huge tears up, and it breaks the tears cap, but I want something that's going to give us solid stats all around. We get SMB Superfan, which is just going to be an all stats up. And giving us that very nice extra bit of tears is always great. Movement speed, of course, always important, but the big thing here is going to be our damage. Now that we're not burdened down by our tears rate anymore because of Libra, so we want to try to capitalize on that. Secret room is pretty much guaranteed to be there. Again, talking about high percentage walls here. This room, if you see a gap on the map, assuming you can see over across the way here, there's a very clear, very clear gap that has the possibility of satisfying all of our usual secret room requirements, which is bridging 2 rooms or more, and also not being adjacent to the boss or touching the boss room in any way. There's a super secret room, can only be adjacent to 1 room, period, and that's it. So if you have a wall that is connected to more than 1 room, guess what? Super secret room ain't there. I do find it hilariously ironic that the week that I decided to dedicate myself to taking pills and taking blind items, we have barely gotten any. Got very confused for a second. Then I reminded myself that we have Vanishing Twin. Definitely do not like how Blastocyst just goes invincible. Range upgrade, shot speed upgrade. Both of these are all stats up, as you just see right there. Actually turns Dad's coin into a legitimately good item for once. We are moving. All right, so we don't have to worry about not using the Satanic Bible on this floor because there's no boss item to lose. Book of Virtues is what's giving us these locked angel deals here, which is the reason why we haven't been seeing any devil deals, obviously. My God. And you're seeing how effective we are at throwing out these multi-shots despite us having Inner Eye because of Libra. Purity also, of course, is helping. Got the movement speed aura currently, and as long as we don't take damage, that aura is not going to reset. No devil deal. Yeah, we can go fight Old Hushy. I didn't realize we're going so fast in this run. The main reason why I wanted to do Old Hushy here is because the opportunity is much greater for us to get some more stat ups based on Libra. So this is one of those few sort of rare strategical Hush encounters that I think that there are more benefits to drawbacks. Okay. I mean, Hemolacria is absolutely ridiculous with Libra. Even though its stats down, the amount of shots and the damage multiplier is bonkers. Take a little Brimmy, might as well. It gave us the pill, of course. I'm Drowsy pill. That's actually great for Hush. Take Tarot Cloth, and sure, we'll take Mom's coin purse as well. Why not? Why not? Okay. Great.
Tears down.
Okay. And there we go. Tears down is annoying, but it didn't hurt us that badly. I mean, usually I'm Drowsy pill for this room because it's just going to make everything ridiculously slow. It's just a thunderstorm of tears right now. Definitely very difficult to see where the shots are sometimes. If you didn't know better, you'd think that we'd had Cricket's body with all these splash shots, but it's just from the sheer amount of Hemolacria tears that we're firing, which is causing all these splitting shots to occur. That's just not taking any damage here. In a significant way. I mean, we're hitting with death by 1,000 cuts right now. But you're just seeing how effective the I'm Drowsy pill is whenever it comes to just screwing up. Those tears will not get away from me. Screwing up bosses' attack patterns. I don't know what to say about these continuum shots, dude. They act like they're extending their little waves there. So it's taking them much longer, thanks to I'm Drowsy, to activate their little movements. Which is the reason why they're kind of stacking up on top of us. They should be splitting right now. By the time they get to our location. There we go. Hello, Brimmy involved, just in case. Now goes old Hushy. We definitely gained a lot more power here than lost. And I really need the Lover's card, but I will take the Magician. Keep this train rolling. Isaac very clearly at the tail of the Scorpion up there. I don't know what Pokemon we have there, but that's one type of Pokemon, of animal, that you don't get too much representation out of Pokemon with. It's a Scorpion. You've got Skorupi, you've got Drapion, and that's it. And even then, Drapion is like not... It is Scorpion-like for sure, but it's not definitely a Scorpion, right? And I definitely don't mess with Scorpions. You know me, I hate bugs. I hate bugs, and Scorpions are not bugs. They're arachnids, but doesn't mean I like them. Just because they share the same family of Sissy doesn't mean that I like them. Range upgrade's huge here for Libra. That's the kind of upgrades that we were really missing in this run. See, now we're just bullying here. We also got an all stats up thanks to the Magician card. Oh my god. Dude, Spoonbender and Hable Acrio with this build is just an absolute riot. No Spear, no Steven, and we get a whole lot of nothing out of our chest here, but it was a nice smooth ride, I gotta say. Nice leisurely stroll here through the basement on a Thursday. I hope everyone's enjoying Dune. I hope everyone is hopefully playing with us. We had more Mosh Pit recruits come in on the server, and it's gonna get spicy. I had a couple people ask me if I'm gonna make content for Dune Awakening, and I plan on making some content for the gaming channel. I don't know how it will do on the main channel, obviously, just like any non-Isaac video does. I wish that all videos that I did do as well as Isaac, but unfortunately they don't, which is the reason why the gaming channel has been created. People have been asking me about Nine Kings as well. Obviously, I haven't made a Nine Kings video in a little bit. I haven't really been playing that much because of Dune. Dune's kind of taken over everything. But I would like to do more content on Nine Kings. It didn't do too bad numbers-wise, but I know that a lot of people enjoy the game, and I do enjoy the game a lot. I think it's definitely in the running for one of the better roguelites of the year so far. And we're here halfway done with the year already. Can you believe it? Dude, it's only 3 more months till football season. 5 more months until close to winter, and then it's on to turkey time. Thanksgiving and beyond into the holidays. Thank you for watching, everybody. Nice smooth run today. I'll take it. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Binding of Isaac Victa Repentance Plus series. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. I say it after every single video. I try to remind you throughout the course of the episode, but it does help to let people know in case of your first-time subscriber here or first-time YouTube viewer. The best way to support your favorite content creators on the website is simply clicking the like button. If you want to go a step further, of course, you can also leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about this run. Let me know about your thoughts about Libra. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to pages of mine like Langwort, Chronic Shadow, and Squeegee. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.